Hello, Romania. Louder. Hello, Romania. I want to thank you, first of all, because together with you, we managed to make this event happen. First of all, I want to thank the team that came from Korea for their support, and I want to thank President Park Hang-il for being here with us today. Romania, I want to thank the president who said that this is his last visit to Europe. Is it? Shall we make him come again? Yes. Thank you very much. Before starting the presentation, I would like to start in an unusual way, inspired by the introductions of great leaders, such as Mr. Kim Seung-il Imperial, who you saw being recognized for his entrance, which begins like this. Nanan, blind mi namja, himbuka namja. You heard him, right? Did you hear him speak? Unlike him, I genuinely can't say that I'm exceptionally beautiful or incredibly smart, but I am a truly simple person and very, very blessed by God indeed. My name is Stefania Lee. I am a Star Master in Atomy and leader of the Education the First Center. Line. I forgot the name of the center. Today we will present. I have the honor to present a product, and let's see. Now I want you to be interactive because I have a prize for you. A prize! Today I want to talk to you a little about a product that gave birth to the company Atomy, and thanks to this product, the company Atomy exists. Let's see, do you know which product we're going to talk about? Louder! Hemohim, that's right. Today I have the honor of talking about this product, which was the second product from this company, and which made me stop and reflect on whether this company is worth staying with or not. I will talk about Hemohim. Hemohim is a project initiated by Korea in 1997, which lasted about 8 years of dedicated research and for which over 50 billion Korean won were invested, and it has since become one of the best-selling products in this company and indeed in the world. It is currently present in 18 different countries across the globe and proudly holds over 21 significant certificates and valuable patents in key regions such as Korea, America, Japan, and throughout Europe. Annually, approximately 220 million of boxes are sold. Stay until the end to receive your interactive prize. Pay attention because I will be asking you questions. What is the significance of this product? The term hemo. Let's see what hemo means. We've heard of hemoglobin here, right? Well done. Give it to someone else because you're the leader. What does hemoglobin mean? Over there in white, okay? The term hemo comes from hemoglobin, which is formed in the cells of the bone marrow through hematopoiesis. What is hematopoiesis? It is present in red blood cells, which are also called erythrocytes. Erythrocytes are the most numerous cells in the blood and are highly specialized, being perfectly adapted for the transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Where does the H come from? I just said it, hematopoiesis, right? The production of blood cells. Hematosis is the process by which venous blood is transformed into arterial blood through the elimination of carbon dioxide and the absorption of oxygen from the inhaled air in the lungs during respiration. And now let's see, where does the I come from? Everyone in the room received a small package of Hemohim, immunity, which plays a very important role and also comes from modulators. What is immunity? Our immunity plays a very important and indeed crucial role in our overall health, and in fact, it truly represents the body's inherent ability to recognize and effectively fight off anything that means harmful viruses or problematic pathogenic bacteria when they enter our body. In other words, it actively prevents these harmful bacteria from invading the vital territory of our immune system. Let's see. You can tell me, or rather let me put it this way, when God created us, He gave us an immunity which I call infantile immunity. The innate immunity that God gave us, and later on we have acquired immunity. The foundational infantile immunity that we possess is somehow maintained depending on each of us, depending on the various vices we unfortunately have. You know that every single vice we engage in is truly harmful to our overall immunity. Let's take a look at a random vice. Now look what we have here. No one smokes here, right? We're healthy. Smoking, my dears, depression, stress, lack of sleep, autoimmune disorders or problems, medical treatments, diabetes, etc. No, a lot of stress from the problems we deal with. It's very, very hard. The numerous and complex problems we constantly have to face. All these significant factors truly throw our delicate immunity out of its natural balance. When our body's immunity is significantly out of balance, when our overall immunity is critically low, that's precisely when we are much more prone to developing many different causes of serious illness and various health issues. These are just a few examples of low immunity. And how do we realize that our immunity is low? Low immunity right away, through these signs that we have, we notice symptoms like fatigue, for example, which is one of them, joint pain, infections, chills, and so on. A lot of problems that immediately make us realize our immunity is low, right? Today we're going to talk a little bit about hemohim. What kind of hemohim is available in Europe? What is our hemohim called? Hemohim Jin, I've heard of it. Hemohim G, G stands for global, and at the core of this hemohim are three major plants. Basically, when the Koreans studied this project, they researched a lot of plants and settled on a few that are the main ingredients, so to speak. Hemohim is a dietary supplement developed by the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute and the Institute of Science and Technology in South Korea. It was specifically designed to safeguard workers, individuals in the nuclear field, and to guard patients receiving radiotherapy treatment from harmful radiation exposure and its effects. Here we see the three main plants, Angelica sinensis, Ligusticum chuanxiong, and Paeonia lactiflora. Each product, each plant individually, represents something and is beneficial. For example, Angelica sinensis is known for promoting circulation and nourishing the blood to help treat anemia. Ligusticum likewise has antibacterial properties, helps improve circulation, and moreover, peony also has antibacterial properties that help relieve pain, cramps, arms, legs, and so on. In figure 1, which we see here, the indicators confirm the activity of the immune function. The two graphs show us the increase in the number of white blood cells, which indicates the activation of the immune function. The group that was administered Hemohim G, if we look at it, yes, recorded significant increases in the number of white blood cells compared to group C, TX. What is the role of Hemohim? What does this Hemohim do? Hemohim does nothing other than support our immunity by strengthening the NK cell. The NK cell, which is also called the killer cell in our language. By strengthening this cell, our body then becomes stronger. This cell is found in the bone marrow, where there are white blood cells and red blood cells, T cells and B cells. If our immunity is low and this cell is also low, then we are prone to many illnesses. By boosting our immunity and taking care of this cell, the natural killer, NK cell, is a type of macrophage cell that actively inhibits and eliminates everything that circulates within our bloodstream, providing crucial immune surveillance. It is a cell that enhances the production of cytokines, which are cell proteins that act as chemical messengers between cells. In other words, they play a very important role in mediating and regulating immunity, inflammation, and the production of blood cells. They activate NK cells, as I mentioned, which are produced in the bone marrow. Hemohim G has a lot of certificates. It possesses comprehensive quality control certificates and proudly holds official Korean certifications, which were meticulously obtained through exceptionally strict manufacturing and rigorous quality control standards as well. I think there are a lot here. KGBP, HCCP, for example. KGBP is the internationally accepted quality control standard mainly aimed at guaranteeing safety and the quality of the products. Again, in Europe, HCCP is very well known, which identifies and keeps under control all hazards related to food safety. And as such, we see a lot of certificates. Who is Hemohim recommended for? Hemohim is recommended for everyone, including for prevention and for people such as we see here in the image, athletes. Many people who use a lot of energy, for homemakers, people who suffer from excessive stress, accumulated fatigue, for employees who work long hours at the office and lose a lot of energy, students who need concentration, seniors who need to strengthen their immunity, and for many, many other issues where Hemohim can be used. The benefits of Hemohim: if we continue to take this product, cold symptoms decrease, it regulates joint pain very well, diabetes, weight loss, anemia, insomnia, fatigue, chronic, and so on. And why did I want to tell you these things? Because Hemohim is a product, as I told you at the beginning, that convinced me to stay with Atomy. And now I'm going to tell a little story of mine related to Hemohim. I hope Mrs. Kim won't be upset. I remember when I met her, she was very enthusiastic and was always talking about Atomy, Atomy, Atomy. She would pause for a bit, eat a spoonful of something, and then again, Atomy, Atomy, Atomy. I would say to my husband, but what is this Atomy, Atomy? I understood that it is a shopping mall that has a very large network of cosmetic products made with advanced technology, much more advanced from now on, high purification technology, which is based on other technologies. I perfectly understood the process behind these cosmetic products. I didn't know they also dealt with dietary supplements until I arrived in South Korea. I met Mrs. Kim. She gave me a massage with the cleansing kit, and then at the end she brought out the Hemohim sachets and handed them out to everyone around, including my family, and everyone tore open the sachet and started pulling on it, but they were really pulling hard, trying to drink from that sachet. To be honest with you, I was quite hesitant because I have a medical condition. I suffer from a type of ventricular arrhythmia, and I've already had 2 surgical procedures so far, so I have to be very, very careful with these products. It's not that I doubted what Mrs. Kim gave me, but I was just thinking, Koreans have one DNA, we have another DNA. I can't just go with what Mrs. Kim gives me. And Mrs. Kim kept insisting, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. I didn't know how to get out of it, but in the end I opened it, or actually Mrs. Kim opened it for me and handed it to me. I drank it, but not as much as they did. I drank less. Some of it was left, and then I went to bed. In the morning when I woke up, I want to tell you that I couldn't get out of bed. From the knees down, I felt terrible numbness. I couldn't move my legs. I whispered to my husband and said, "Oh, and I told you these things aren't good. They're for you Koreans. For us, they don't work." I can't take it anymore. My legs are numb. I can't walk anymore. I was very scared. So I called Mrs. Kim. And Mrs. Kim, as sweet and nonchalant as she is, came and asked me, "Do you use your legs a lot? Do you stand a lot?" Because the hemohim stopped from the knees down right where I had problems. If you look at the pictures here, that's my leg. That's how my legs looked every night when I got home. A very serious problem which I didn't pay any attention to at all. I thought I was young, that I didn't have time for such things, but something very serious was happening to my legs in terms of circulation. Here is my leg after I started taking the hemohim treatment. These are my legs. That's why I brought these shoes to confirm that they are mine, right? After 2 months of treatment, my legs started to feel warm. My legs stopped being as swollen as they were, and I want to tell you that it works incredibly well. My husband is here, and I think he got tired of me always asking for massage, massage, massage. He bought me a stick that I use because of the pain in my legs. Since I started taking this product, I no longer need the stick. I feel very good. For a few days, I wore heels from morning until evening, and my legs are still, if you look at them, not swollen. Thank you for... It is a product that simply detects your exact problem right where it is, and it's worth taking even for those who are exposed to a lot of fatigue for long periods of time, for all ages. Hundreds, Europe says, from 18 years old and up, but believe me, it is a very good product that is worth trying. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope that today will be a day when you don't leave here empty-handed, and that it will be a day that transforms your lives. Thank you very much.